If you haven't renewed your passport yet, you might want to consider doing that. If you haven't saved up money for visas and flights, again, scrape a few pennies together and see what you can come up with. And if you support West Ham, you might need all that kind of stuff. And I would recommend, me being YouTube channel to you fans, I would recommend that you get a new passport and you save up some money if need be. Because, haven't you heard, how do I put it? West Ham could be doing a European tour. Loads of you laughed when David Moyes said that we could win 4 in a row and that we were going to win 4 in a row for sure. But, you know when he said, that's what I do, I win? Well, all he does is win. Because it's now 6 wins in a row for West Ham, and West Ham still have a perfect record in 2021. Let me just summarise it. It's finished West Ham United winning a game. It's Crystal Palace 2, West Ham United 3 at Selhurst Park. I am pleased with the fight, the resilience and the entertainment that West Ham showed throughout that whole game. I'll even go as far as saying that that is the best performance I have seen in a long, long time. This club is beautiful. This style of football is beautiful. The whole thing is fantastic. And I can't stop smiling. Just do the right thing now, board. Give David Moyes that new contract. Let's get Lingard in and let's get in a new striker. And then, I'm going to say it, we could push on for Champions League football and even beyond that. I've calmed down a little bit now. Let's get Aftermath head on. Focus on the topic of the video. Yes, Crystal Palace 2, West Ham 3. Go over the starting lineups to begin with. West Ham made 7 changes from the Doncaster game, changing captaincy, changing who was starting up front, and a big change in the midfield. Antonio was back up top yet again. Fornals came in. Benrahma was in the midfield. Rice and Soucek as usual. Bowen again on the wing. Dawson Ogbonna, that concrete wall centre-back pair. Sofal and Cresswell and Fabianski in goal. Dawson was going up against Desi and Zaha in this game. So although Dawson has been playing really well, he was going up against 2 really pacey players. So I wanted to see how Dawson would do up against them. Didn't have any doubt in my mind that he'd excel at all because he's been quality. And given how Dawson's playing, why don't we make that deal permanent right now and maybe getting another domestic loan if we want to take that route. Less than ideal start to this game, and the goal that Palace scored in that opening 3 minutes, I think that was a shock to everybody's system, fans, players and West Ham coaches included. But at the same time, it was a result of very passive and sloppy defending. I thought that we were watching a West Ham 2017 defence. The way that Zaha is allowed to take a really tame shot from outside of the box and it just trickles into the net. When I say trickle, it's very weak power onto it, but it still goes in. And I was thinking, what? How? The replay showed that no one was going into any of the Palace players, but that was a wake-up call because I knew that the players had been shocked by that goal and had been kicked into action. Not even 10 minutes had gone and already there were 2 goals in this game. No, Palace did not score twice. Not yet anyway, but it was the equalising goal and it brought the smile back on my face because of how well this was worked. I think it was Fornals that put in a long ball to Antonio. He kept it in bounds and onside. He quickly gets the cross in from the narrow angle. Soucek is there, dives in front to head it in, and it is 1-0. No more, it's 1-1. Soucek with his 6th goal of the season. And he was loving it. Celebration where he's jumping into the air, punching the air. He's got West Ham back on track and with a shout in the game. Very good equaliser, good control from Antonio. It's 1-1, game on, and things get better. Things get better in terms of the performance. Benrahma and Declan Rice in that midfield. Oh my goodness. Benrahma added that extra little creative flair. People kept tweeting before the game, as they have done with Benrahma, this is going to be the game where Benrahma scores, put your money on it. He didn't score, he didn't assist in his last few Premier League games, but he's evidence that statistics don't necessarily define a player, because it's what he actually physically does that is more important than the points. He had an absolute blinder of a game, and it started off when he managed to get the ball past 2 or 3 Palace defenders with one little quick pass. Declan Rice as well, dispossessed a few players. Benrahma on the ball, 85% passing accuracy, I read somewhere. That is incredibly good. And Benrahma had his best game yet. That midfield was working well. Soucek was doing his thing, of course. So when a set piece was awarded to West Ham, with Cresswell taking it, we became West Ham United, the set-piece kings once again. Cresswell whips in that ball into the box. Antonio kind of flicks onto the end of it. Soucek's given the time from a very narrow angle as well. Soucek is given the time to compose himself, chest it, and fire it past Gaeta. It's 2-1 to West Ham. Soucek's got a brace. And then I saw VAR, and I was thinking, please no. But it was onside. And I was happy and confused at the same time, because it's not very West Ham to have a VAR decision go in our favour, but it was 2-1 to West Ham. Comeback was done. Soucek had a brace. Soucek now has 7 goals this season and is leading West Ham players in Premier League goals. And I never thought I'd say this, but it seems like Tomas Soucek, a player who played for Slavia Prague in the Czech First Division, has been the best signing we've had since Dimitri Payet. There is a really big case to say that, now that Soucek is in fine form. And he's surely got to be up there for a Player of the Month contention. Antonio's frustrations were evident in this game. Soon after we kicked off again, Antonio was given the free ball away. Cheikhou Kouyaté, the former West Ham player, ironically, gave the ball away to Antonio. He went one-on-one with the goalkeeper and then hit the post. Then soon after that, there was a little bit of either confusion or overconfidence in the box when Pablo Fornals was gifted a chance to shoot the ball first time. Instead, he let it go through his legs and back to where Cresswell was. Cresswell took the shot into the path of Antonio, and he missed it again. And those were 2 big chances that Antonio should have buried. And at that point, it would have been 4-1, and the game would have been killed off. But Antonio was definitely frustrated by him failing to hit those into the net. And I hate to admit this now, his frustrations continued in the second half. Needless to say, West Ham were 2-1 up at half-time. We just need to take a few more chances and just play more of the same. But winning 2-1 at half-time against a team that we haven't got the greatest record against at Selhurst Park wasn't something to be sniffed at. Right away in the second half, Zaha wanted to repeat what he did in the first, get an early goal. But Lucas Fabianski, in his fine form, denied Zaha twice. Even from a one-on-one situation, Zaha wasn't going to score that. And as for West Ham, the midfield continued to boss it. Benrahma forced Gaeta into a save. Fornals made a few really key runs and set up attempted assists for assists. Who else was good in that midfield? Declan Rice continued to excel. Soucek also tested Gaeta. Soucek, being on his hat-trick, wanted to get that 3rd goal. Didn't get it though, because Gaeta turned into Prime Casillas in that second half for a majority of that period. Gaeta kept Palace in that game for so many minutes, and he made some crucial saves. You know how I said that West Ham were like set-piece FC? Well, the 3rd goal really did show it. I mean, the 2nd goal did too, because that came from a set-piece. But also, Craig Dawson scored from a set-piece. Did it against Stockport County, scoring a header. And in kind of similar circumstances, same kind of players. Jared Bowen whips in a corner. Dawson gets his head on the end of it. 3-1, game over. At last. Antonio had another chance off target, and when it went wide, I could see him looking really angry and annoyed with himself. Antonio came off, Andriy Yarmolenko came on, Mark Noble came on as well, just to get a few minutes in. Yarmolenko didn't really do much when he came on. Noble did a little bit in midfield. Other than that, it's remained 3-1 and it seemed like West Ham were going to win it. But there was a tiny little late scare. Bashiai scored with very, very little time left in stoppage time. There were 6 minutes up on the board. It was like 96.05. Bashiai scored to make it 3-2. And that flattered Palace. That result has flattered them, the fact that they can argue, oh, we lost by 1 goal. That was the best I've seen West Ham play in a very long time. I can't stop smiling about that. Everyone was excellent today. Soucek, Rice, Dawson, Benrahma were all excellent. Cresswell as well was fantastic, getting the assist of the assist on the goal. Fornals is starting to become a really big, important player for the team. When he attempted that run in the 90 plus 4th minute and tried to have a shot, that's the kind of players that I like. He was willing to try something new and show more intent than he has done in the past. Bowen got an assist on the goal. Fabianski made 2 big saves to deny Zaha. Sofal had a decent game as well. Ogbonna formed a great partnership with Dawson. Look, every player on that pitch was excellent today. Everyone gets at least a 7 or 8 out of 10. And it's such a big result for us. I can't stop smiling about it. I'm so happy. West Ham have beaten a rival team, and it's one of the best performances I've seen in a long, long time. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Thank you very much for watching this episode of The Aftermath. If you liked the video, hit the like button and subscribe for more content. Opposition Uncovered for the Liverpool game will be recorded this week, and I'll be watching the game on Sunday. We needn't fear Liverpool. We needn't fear anyone now, and it'll be interesting to see how we come up against Jurgen Klopp's side. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you all soon.